What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Make the EU Great Again Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode series. We are poised to have a good season, boys, and I will show you why. Just take a look at our lines, man. The worst player on our forward lines is an 81, but after Kempe, 84 plus. We got two 84s, or three 84s in Nylander, four 85s, 86, 87, and 88. And Nylander is going to play a lot better than 84, I'll tell you what. Look at his offensive awareness, look at his puck skills. My God, he should have a good season. 5-star skating as well. Here's what our defense looks like. So we got some pretty good progression, and we've made some pretty good acquisitions all around that I feel like we're going to be easily a playoff team this season. If not, it will be pretty disappointing, I believe. And I feel like we should be able to compete for a Stanley Cup already. Year 3. So obviously we outplayed expectations in year 1. So I wasn't expecting to make the playoffs in year 1, but we did. And we even won a playoff series. I wasn't expecting that either. But then year 2, reality set in and we were not good. We nearly made the playoffs again, but we weren't as good as we were the year before. But this year, I think we're going to blow those 2 seasons out of the water. And personally, if we don't at least make, excuse me, as I burp a little bit, if we don't at least make the second round of the playoffs, I will chalk this season up as a huge disappointment. The thing about it, though, we might need to tinker with the lines a little bit as the season goes along. Because I feel like we have so many interchangeable guys, especially in the middle of our lineup. That second and third line. A lot of interchangeable guys there, guys that are pretty close to each other in overalls and pretty similar skill sets, things like that. I feel like it should take us a little bit of time to hammer out the perfect line combination. But I still think we're going to be pretty damn good. We are hoping that Alex Nylander can bring home a Calder Trophy. We're hoping that Victor Hedman can bring home a Norris Trophy. We're hoping that we can bring home the Stanley Cup. Those are the 3 big things we're looking for this season. I don't think we have a guy that will contend for like the Art Ross and the Hart, unless Line just has an absolute insane season, puts up like 60 goals. I mean, I guess he could contend for the Rocket Richard if Nylander is as good as he's supposed to be. But yeah, that's where we stand. Hopefully this is going to be a good season for us. Don't really know what else to talk about. We started off pretty poorly, though. After an average preseason, we were 1-2-1 to start this regular season. Make that 1-4-1. Holy shit. Changes might be coming before I expected them to. Oh, man. All right. We cannot win a game. We beat the Devils 1-0, but other than that, we are pretty bad. And maybe we need to invest in a better goaltender. I mean, Lander's an 87, but apparently he's not dominating like he should. As there we go, we get our second win of the season. And then we followed up with a regulation loss. So 2-7-2. I just don't understand it. The first season, where we were really good, we're supposed to be really bad. This season, we're supposed to be really good, we're really bad. I don't get it. I might have just said the same thing twice. I don't know. But we won 3 straight there, and then a loss to the Canadiens on the road. So the London Golden Knights underperforming so far this season, but I feel like we still have enough time to turn it around. We can definitely turn it around. Let's see, where do I want to send my scout? We'll check out these German forwards. So with the scouting, I mean, we should definitely be uncovering pretty much everybody. But I don't know. Maybe not. So we're almost back to 500, and we are. Okay, so we've turned it around here in the month of November. We've won 6 of our last 7. Make that 6 of our last 8 as we lose to the Stars, as I say that. So, son of a bitch. Another loss. Back-to-back losses. Holy fuck. I just don't know what to think about this season so far. Another back. 2 regulation losses there on the road. against some Central Division opponents. 3 losses in a row, and we are 9, 12, and 3, not 9, 12, and 13. But if you remember that first season, at this point we were like we were something like 6 and 15, and we still made the playoffs. So we could easily turn it around. Looking at the standings, though, we are 9 points back from 3rd place in the division, 18 points back from the division leader, 5 points back from the wild card. So we have some ground to make up. We have dug ourselves a hole, and we need to find a way to get out of it. That is for sure. Last place in the division, and it's not close, as we've played 2 more games than the Oilers, and they have 3 points on us. A -5 goal differential is not the worst. I mean, if you go and look at the Ducks, who are 5 points ahead of us, they're still a minus goal differential. Power play of only 17%. Might need to change that up a little bit. Penalty kills playing pretty well, though. And so yeah. Yeah, so that is that. So look at our player stats, see if anything there really points us to why we're not playing so well. Nylander only has 14 points. And he's lost a little bit of morale, I think, or something. Down to an 83 overall. I don't know what to think about that, honestly. Don't know what to think. If you look at his offensive stats, he should be absolutely tearing it up. But 2 second liners have more points than him, so I might need to give Nylander a little bit of a demotion down to the second line, potentially. See if that can heat him up a little bit. It looks like Niederreiter and Koivu are playing pretty well on the second line. Dano's not playing the best on the second line, so let's see. Look at the plus minuses. Enstrom is leading the team for plus minus, but the top line is up there. They are the only plus forwards on the team. Minuses, so Hedman and Juolevi, I might need to switch them up a little bit. Maybe interchange Juolevi with Lindholm. And then the third line of Puljujärvi and Fiala and Winberg are pretty heavy minus players, as well as Samuelsson on the 4th, Dano on the 2nd, so that's not looking too great. Goaltending wise, 275 for Lanner, 908 save. Enroth is outplaying him. That's not a good sign. So let's tinker with our lineups a little bit. Tinker with our lines. We'll go ahead another month and see if we need to make any more changes after that. Hopefully we can turn our season around. We're just going to switch Nylander and Niederreiter. So I think that's fine the way it is. And then on defense, we'll switch Juolevi and Lindholm. Hopefully those little tinkers will turn our season around. It's funny to think that just interchanging 2 guys on your roster or in your lines can make that much of a difference, but I've seen it before. I have seen it happen before, and hopefully we can have it happen again. So it's going to be a big month for us. 15 games in 31 days. Can we start off hot? No, we cannot. Couple of East Coast road games, Eastern Conference road games. 7-5 win against the Rangers. That's good. And then quite a few Western Conference home games. Those will be big. But a couple, 3 wins in a row. There we go. And I'm probably going to lose this one after I point out 3 wins in a row. That's pretty much how it works. We'll go to check out the Finnish defenseman. And a shutout loss. So this season, in terms of scouting and the draft, there's not going to be a whole lot of players there. Year 3 is when there's really no more EA created guys, or real guys, I should say, that weren't created players, and there's pretty much everyone except for a few guys in the CHL who are awful. Pretty much everyone is going to be created players. So when that happens, there's only a few guys to choose from throughout the world from the regions that we're looking for. So we should be able to uncover everyone in scouting. And can we at least finish 500, please? Okay, so we're back to above 500. 18, 17, and 4. I'm still not playing too great. Still not playing too great. We're only 4 points back from a wild card spot, though. Only 5 points back from third place in the division. 14 points back from the division lead. Line A is still our points leader. So looking at our team stats, we've passed both the Ducks and the Oilers, but they both have games at hand. We're back to a plus goal differential team. 272 goals for, 267 goals against, 17.8 power play. I need to go tinker with that a little bit. 85.5 penalty kill. We are worse at home than we are on the road, and we're not too bad in our last 10. In terms of player stats, Line A is leading the team with 34 points. Nylander only 24, so don't really know what to do with him. I expect him to be a lot better, but we're going to have to deal with it. We just have to deal with it, live with it. So line A, Draisaitl, and then on the third line, Winberg. Second line, Koivu, Nylander. First line, Niederreiter. Second line, Dano. Third line, Puljujärvi, Fiala. Fourth line, Aho, Kempe, Samuelsson. So Lindholm's leading the defense with 15 points. Hedman only 11, so he's been kind of bad. And probably never going to win the Norris Trophy for us, especially with the way he's playing. But look at that contract. My God, 10+ mil for 7 years. What am I going to do with him? Looking at our goaltending, Lehner, 275 with a 910 save. Enroth is playing out of his mind. Sub-2 GAA, 93+ save percentage. So he's been our better goaltender so far this season. He has been better than Lehner, and it's not been close. So let's go look at our power play. See what we can change up here, and I'm going to start off with moving down Nylander because he's not been playing well. We'll move him down to the second unit. I don't have any right-handed players to put up here, so I'm just going to say fuck it to the handedness, and that's going to be our power play lines now. 4-man power play. Any changes we can make here? Yeah, Nylander. Move him way down there for Niederreiter. Okay. Alright, so I might be overacting with the Nylander stuff, but, I mean, we don't really have much time to mess around anymore. We're getting near the halfway point of the season. We're still 500. We need quite the improvement, and we need the improvement to come fast. So, only 11, 12 games this month. So not the biggest month in terms of the number of games, but I think this month is going to be huge in terms of if we can make the playoffs or not. It's going to be huge. We're going to make the EU great again. Sorry for that shitty Trump impression, but we are headed to the Czech League to check out their forwards. Czech, whatever. At least Tucson's playing pretty well. 18, 9, and 1 so far. They're playing better than London is. Because we are still 500, 5 games into this month. I don't know what to think. Like, I don't understand the sim engine sometimes. Sometimes you have a really bad team and they'll just sneak into the playoffs and then win the cup. And then sometimes you have a really good team that should dominate and then they miss the playoffs. I just don't get it sometimes. But we've won 4 straight. Good shit there from London. Can we finish off this month strong? Yes, we can. 2 more wins there on the road. So here we go, boys. January is our month. We're 8-3 so far. 8-2 in our last 10. And we are here at the All-Star break. Let's see if we have an All-Star on this team. If we do, it'd probably be Patrick Laine. But let's go through this really quick. Statement game for Jacob De La Rose, scoring 4 points in what was a crazy game. Hashtag Roadrunners 8-1. Okay. And then the Runners Twitter account says, Checkers get manhandled by the Roadrunners. The final score was 8-1. Hashtag one-sided. Looking at the All-Stars, Stamkos, Kane, McDavid, Ovechkin. It's funny to see these players and look at their teams. Like Kane on the Canucks, McDavid on the Blackhawks. That would be scary. Ovechkin on the Lightning. Tarasenko on the Rangers. Drew Doughty on the Ducks. We got Crosby, Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Malkin, Tavares, Carlson. So I really should have picked Carlson in the fantasy draft, but it is what it is. Kopitar, Burns, Giroux, Schneider, Keith, Yossi, Backstrom, Klingberg, Riley, Petrangelo, Letang, and Bobrovsky. So we didn't have anyone that made that list. That's okay. Not too concerned with that, but we are in the first wildcard spot, 1 point back from third in the division. 14 still back from the Canucks for first place in the division, but we're not concerned with that. We're just concerned at this point with making it into the playoffs. 4 points up on the Flames for the second wildcard spot. So Line A is leading the team with 52 points still. 16 goals in 50 games. Niederreiter and Draisaitl have hit 40. Wenberg 37. Nylander 31. So that first line this season's playing really well, as opposed to seasons past where that group just didn't mesh, I guess. Puljujarvi, Fiala, Dano, and Lindholm with 20 plus. And then Polka, Hedman are beating out the fourth line in terms of points. Robin Lehner still not the best, 274 GAA, 909 save. Enroth still playing pretty well. So if this were real life, you'd see Enroth getting a lot more games than Lehner. Or a lot more, at least compared to what they are getting in the sim currently. But the auto-rotate goalies just doesn't care. Just does not care what you think. Looking at some player progressions, nothing much from the NHL. Nylander seeing a little bit of growth. Mostly natural growth, a little bit of morale growth as well. And outside of that, Koivu is regressing a little bit. Puljujarvi and Aho are getting the slightest bit of natural growth there. Looking at in the system, Rutika is up to a 79, so that is really good to see. He might be NHL. Look at his shot power. Holy shit. Skating's pretty good too. 5 stars already. So Rutika might be pushing for an NHL spot these next couple of seasons. Stenlund is seeing quite a bit of growth, and he has pretty good offensive stats. 92 offensive awareness, 4.5 star puck skills. He looks to be pretty good in the future. Liljegren, unfortunately, not seeing much growth just yet. So Borrell's up to a 79. Other than that, nothing much. I wish Heinz was growing, but he is not. He's got a 4-point morale growth increase in his offensive awareness, up to a 92. Oh my lord. Alright, so that's a little bit for our progress reports. Let's go look at the rookie scoring just to see where Nylander stands. See if he can bring home the Calder Trophy this season. Let's find out. Let's go to rookie skaters. Nylander there. Alright, let's go to entire league. Alright, so he might actually still win the Calder, so the Norris. Strome 5 points back. Barbashev and Comfer 6 points back. Natanen 7 points back. Like, how is Natanen only 7 points back from Nylander? Look at those stats, man. And look at Nylander's stats. Like, it shouldn't even be close. Shouldn't even be close. But nothing you can do about it. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. A little bit of a short video today. But we are at the trade deadline. I'm probably going to go through... Well, you know what? I'm going to go through and look at the trade blocks now. See if we have any good EU eligible guys there. But, yeah, we'll just go through that really quickly. See if anybody's trading NHL ready guys at this point. If anybody's given up. Nope. Cannot trade for that guy. Daniel Sedin from the Red Wings is an option. I think I'll take a quick look at what it might take to get Daniel Sedin. And from the Habs, well, he's only at 86 overall now, so maybe not. But I was thinking, you know, maybe Lundqvist. He's probably got about the same stats as Lehner, so that would not be too much of an upgrade for us. Probably not worth the assets. Vehvilainen, not bad there as a goaltending prospect, a future guy. Medium fringe, already 82 at age 21. So let's go take a look at the Red Wings and see what it would take to get Daniel Sedin. Okay, trade for assets, see what he's going for. What do they want in return? Looks like they want NHL guys or young guys. I think they want young guys that are pretty much NHL ready. I'm not willing to trade any of these guys, really. Keeping Hishe and Liljegren for sure. Can we get him for a draft pick? We could give them a couple of thirds, like the Blue Jackets third, and then our third for next season. Would that be enough? That might. Sedin would be a pretty good top line option. We would put him on the top line with Draisaitl and Laine. And then what we would do, let's see, let's go to forwards and go to overall. Sort by overall. What we would do would be Laine, Draisaitl, and Sedin. Second line would be like Koivu, Niederreiter probably, and Nylander. Third line, something like Fiala, Winberg, and Dano. And the fourth line, captains up to 83. We have a bunch of fucking 83s in the AHL, oh my lord. And the fourth line would be like Samuelson, Aho, and I missed somebody, but that's fine. You guys get the point. Draisaitl, Laine, Sedin, yes. Koivu, Fiala. No, he's not currently on our second line. Koivu, Niederreiter, Nylander. Third line, Winberg, Fiala, Dano. Fourth line, I'm still missing somebody, man. You guys are probably like Puljujärvi. Yeah, he'd probably be still on the third line. Yeah, I'd leave him on the third line with I don't know. Maybe maybe we could trade one of these players down here for Sedin. Maybe like a Samuelson. Trade Samuelson for Sedin. Because I think we'd have too many guys, too many like middle six guys if we got Sedin and did not use did not trade a player for him. Sedin would be a rental, but he'd be a huge upgrade and a big jump. Our forward lines would get a big jump from having him around. So I could trade a guy like, not in these 85s, probably like Samuelson. Would that be an even trade? Yeah, that might go through as it is. So that's something to consider. Take a look at Sedin's stats here. Pretty good offensive-minded forward. He would probably retire at the end of the year, so you don't have to worry about the 2 years on his contract. So it would be a rental. We'd be giving up Henrik Samuelsson for a rental, but we got Henrik Samuelsson this offseason for free anyways, so no big deal there. Alright, that's going to be it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to check out, or to be notified when we have new content come up for this series and others. Leave a comment down below, leaving some feedback, or if you just want to talk. I am here, and I will respond. So, yeah, tune in next time to see if we make any deadline moves, and if we make any pre-deadline moves, I should say, as well, and to see if we can make the playoffs. So, I'll see you guys next time.